When we look at stress, I would say it's one of the major reasons for divorce, because over time, if you are together 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, and you don't address the stress or how we are coping or avoiding stress or dealing with it, it's just one day, it's just everything becomes too much and we are pretty much done. And one thing to say here is that a lot of couples are, or even individuals, if you are dating, because if you are dating and you are in a completely stressed out state, guess how it's going to influence your dating experience. But a lot of people in relationships are looking for help way too late down the road. So I want you to think about this. When you get married, you spend time, money, energy, focus, everything on this one amazing day. And then the question is, how much time, energy, focus, and money do you spend on resources to help you have great connection and great marriage? Not many people do that. What I see most of the time is when it really becomes unbearable, then you are trying to look for help. But what it means that for 5, 7, 10, 15 years, you've been living through stories that are created through stress responses. Okay, so the health of your relationship is not really measured by the time spent together. It is really measured by how well do we know each other, how well do we work with each other, and how open can we be about what is working and what is not working. So, for example, let's say I have a couple and the woman says, Ludmila, we've been married for 15 years. Like, he should already know what I need from him, what would be supportive of me, how he can really release a lot of weight and responsibilities from me. And I need him to communicate. He already should know how to communicate with me. And so when I asked more questions, I say, okay, so let me know, how have you been dealing with this lack of communication, with this lack of understanding in some ways, because your partner is great, but there is something missing. There is a gap, correct? And I want you to see that in many relationships, the gap can be overcome just through clarity and communication and stress management. Yeah. And when I ask this question, very often the answer is, well, I did not. I just adapted, meaning there is this gap. So I adapt how to live with that gap. So I don't communicate. I communicate, but only on a certain level. I don't open up much. I just learn how to deal with lack of whatever is missing. And then at some point you burn yourself down and you say, I'm done with the relationship, right? Like I'm really thinking about divorce. And the question is, well, that's really great. What have you done to really make this relationship to be nurtured and to thrive? Well, we've been together for 15 years or 10 years, whatever that is for you, right? Being together doesn't mean you are working together, growing together, and deeply connecting with each other.